Welcome inside our NFL Draft Laboratory. I'm Mel Kiper Jr. He's my partner, Todd McShay. We're talking wide receivers and tight ends in anticipation of the upcoming combine workout. And when you talk wide receivers and tight ends, everything plays to those guys, Todd, with the rules. Quarterbacks throwing for a gazillion yards every week, every year. Wide receivers, tight ends, who has the best upside in your opinion, Todd?
I think we all agree Bryant is the most talented player in terms of the pass catchers in this year's draft. So I tried to get away from Bryant and look at a player who is here right now but can get to here. And that for me is Mike Williams, a Syracuse wide receiver. Tons of baggage, there's no question about it. You've got to deal with him and have good leadership around him in order to keep him off, the off the field trouble away. But if you can do that, I think he's the second most talented receiver in this year's class, and you can get him in probably the third or fourth round. 6'2", 205 pounds, can run, and I love his instincts going up for the ball in traffic. He's got a chance to be a real playmaker.
I'm going to go to a guy, Todd, that would have been maybe the 10th or 15th highest rated player had he really nailed it this year. And by nailing it, put up the big numbers. Didn't have a quarterback who could get him the ball and had an ankle injury. And the player I'm talking about is Aurelius Ben from Illinois. Marvin Harrison type work ethic. Good route runner. He'll do all the things in terms of preparation that you need to do to augment the skills that he has as a wideout. I think in the second round, he'll present great value. How about a wideout tight end who presents the biggest risk?
Oklahoma's Jermaine Gresham. Now, I love him athletically. He can stretch the seam like nobody else in this class, get down the field and make plays. But I'm worried about durability, and I'm worried about the blocking. First, the durability. Everyone seems to forget he had a torn ACL as a high school basketball player. Then he comes back this year and gets injured before the season, another ACL in his other knee, so 2 knee injuries. And then the fact, go back and watch that 2008 tape against Texas. Sergio Kindle, Brian Arakpo ragdolling him through that game. I don't know that he's physical enough, so I think Gresham is very much a risk late in the first round.
I'm going to stay with the tight end position. I'm going to go with Jimmy Graham. Only 1 year at Miami at tight end, a basketball player, but inconsistent catching the ball, not a natural pass catcher. Blocking needs a lot of work in that area. 6'7", 256 pounds. He'll get some attention, Todd. I think he presents some risk. How about a tight end wideout under the radar?
Taylor Price, the Ohio wide receiver, didn't have great production, but didn't have a quarterback throwing him the ball consistently. 6 foot, 205 pounds. He's going to run in the 4.3s. I saw him at the Senior Bowl. Absolutely held his ground there. I think he's a playmaker, maybe a Nate Burleson type, a steal in the third round.
My under-the-radar guy, tight end Tony Moiaki from Iowa, well coached by Kirk Ferentz. Can catch the ball, can block. Durability is an issue, but if he stays healthy, I like Tony Moiaki. I'll tell you what, tight ends and wideouts, we see issues at the combine coming up. Medical needs to be answered. Interviews are going to be critical.